I didn't do an introduction, so I'm gonna do my introduction right now and cut it and put it at the front. So those that don't know me, my name's Amanda Davidson-Golien. I am a licensed real estate agent here in Oregon. I specialize in Central Oregon because that's where I grew up. It's where I know, but I do also sell homes in the valley as the Central Valley. So I have family and friends in that area. So if you're looking in the Lane, Lynn, Marion counties, I can definitely help you as well. Some of my favorite spots over in the valley, Silverton and McMinnville, where my favorite people live. But I grew up here in Oregon. I know a lot about the area, and I have a real passion for helping people. So if you want to know more about Central Oregon and the real estate here, please just hit the subscribe button. If you hit the bell, you'll get notifications every time I post a video. I am working really hard on posting a video every week. Those are my goals. I am a mom, and so sometimes that gets pushed, but I typically don't fall too far behind. So you'll learn something new about Central Oregon every week. And then if there's something that you want to know or you want me to do a video on, please just leave a comment. I'm always looking for new ideas. So thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope you have a beautiful day. That just took far too much time trying to set up a GoPro. But we are gonna do market update a little different today. Happy Mother's Day. We're gonna take a little drive through parts of Redmond today as I go run some errands, and then we're gonna head out towards Culver, which is where my kid is right now. So happy Mother's Day to me. Starting off in the southwest part of Redmond, which is where I currently reside. We're gonna head to Weimart because we bought a tent last week for camping because the tent we have is just too small. It's not too small, but I can't stand up in it, and I don't like being not able to stand up in a tent. So bought a big tent that we could stand up in, and Midweston putting it together last night at his motocross camp. One of the main parts to keep the roof up broke in half. So it's not gonna work for us, and we're gonna have to return it. So thankfully I still have the receipt. So Southwest Redmond, here we're at a little shopping area. We have Wilco, Ross, and the Camp Food Store, or the grocery outlet, plus a liquor store, a water spot, and a laundromat. And then over to the other side we have Weimart, which is where we're heading today. And we're almost on the most south point of Redmond. So ahead of us is Highway 97, which you hop on that, and less than a mile you're outside of Redmond, or outside the city portion. Okay, we're 3 minutes early, and Weimart is already hopping. This is the spot for the look at this place. Who knew that this many people wanted to come to Weimart on a Sunday? Okay. You need to stay on your side of the lines. Okay. Welcome to Highway 97, or the main road that goes through Redmond. When we're talking about the market, I'm talking about April of 2023. So we're currently in May, so it means we have all the deets for April of everything that went down. And looking at Bend, their home price is starting to pick back up. So we saw pretty much the bottom of the market in February so far. That's when prices were the lowest, pretty much across Central Oregon. And so we have slowly or steadily picked up since February. So Bend, Oregon, We might not have front footage, and that will be sad. But Ben's average home price for the month of April of 2023 was $669,000. Homes are sitting on the market for just about 10 days, which was a significant decrease from the months before. So we were definitely getting up into the 40s and 50s, and things are sitting longer. So that big, like, instant decline, a little fishy. I wonder what's going on there. I'd have to look a little deeper into what happened. But Bend currently has 1.4 months worth of inventory available. Oh no, my audio is probably going to be crap. I don't think I have my thingy on. This is going to be a bad audio one. Yay! So Redmond's median home price was $469,000, so $200,000 less than Bend. We all know that's why Redmond is getting so popular, because you're 14 minutes away from Bend and $200,000 less. Come on. As my kid would say less. Homes did sit on the market for an average of around 19 days before they went pending. And Redmond has about a month and a half's worth of inventory. But what you don't see right now is to the left of me, which I should have scanned it over. I grew up here. I was practically born here, conceived here, just not born here. And this was all farmland. It was just all open pasture. And now we have like 4-story apartment buildings coming in and a whole lot of housing developments. So Redmond is growing so significantly from what I've seen in the past. And I think most of it's good. I'm a stickler for traffic, so I'll complain all day long. But we are getting a lot more restaurants, a lot more stores. I'm not having to drive into Bend for things like Ulta, Famous Footwear. We have Home Goods, Marshall's Home Goods. And so that is definitely a bonus. A con, things are busier. Definitely busier. And then let's look at Sisters, my favorite little town. Their average home price is at $695 right now. Homes did sit on the market for an average of around 27 days. And they have about 2 months supply of inventory, I'm pretty sure. Which, honestly, this one continues to surprise me, because Sisters is what feels like so popular. Everyone wanted to get in there, and in the height of everything, you had like maybe 0.1 of a month's worth of inventory. Prices were in the 800s, and things sat on the market for an average of like 7 days. So the fact that they're not as hot of a commodity as Redmond right now is a little surprising. Okay, so we're coming into Terrebonne. Terrebonne is a cute little city, just about 5 minutes outside of Redmond. This is the gateway to Smith Rock, which was just on that sign right there. Smith Rock will absolutely blow your mind. I've lived here, like I said, pretty much my whole life, and it still blows my mind. It is just breathtaking, and you can sit there, stand there, hike there every time, and it's still like, oh, it's gorgeous. So definitely check that out if you're in the area. Smith Rock State Park. Oh, just look pictures up of it. Google it. You'll be like, is that place real? It is real. It's really pretty. It's also home to one of my favorite stores, which is a little like locally owned grocery store. It's called Oliver Lemons. Same owners as Newport Market in Bend, which is great. They have an Oliver Lemons in Sisters as well. Higher price, but the best meat. If you want a good steak, you go to an Oliver Lemons, because they're tasty and not horribly priced. The one in Sisters, those steaks are horribly priced, but the one here in Terrebonne, not bad at all. So Sun River, Oregon, looks like we had an average of $839. Homes sat on the market for around 9 days, and they do have 1 month's worth of inventory available right now. Sun River has been hit and miss, sort of like Sisters. It was super popular. You couldn't find anything there. We had a listing of a condo there, fully furnished, and that thing went like hotcakes. It was probably one of the busiest listings that we've had, of just non-stop phone calls and questions, because she's hot. But Sun River is a special place as well. Lapine, Oregon, which honestly is another one that surprised me with being over 400,000. If you grew up here, you're like, Lapine homes over $400,000? Seriously? And not in a bad way. It was just surprising. Like, if you wanted an affordable home, you went to Lapine, Prineville, or Madras. Like, those are your outlying areas. They're not as close to the city. They don't have as many amenities. And so that one has like flabbergasted me for a while. But they're staying under 400,000 right now. They are currently sitting at $399. And they are sitting on the market more, and they have more inventory. So they're sitting on the market for an average of around 64 days, and they have 4 months worth of inventory right now. I know I've said in a past video that they had a big new construction boom, and I think we're still dealing with that inventory of the new construction in the area. So beautiful new construction homes. Just Lapine doesn't have as many amenities, and you sit further outside of Bend than you do in Redmond. So next up is Jefferson County, which we're actually probably going to hit here pretty soon. I don't know if we enter Jefferson County before I have to turn off, but Jefferson County is Culver, Metolius, Madras, and those areas. So we're heading that way. Pretty much anything north of Lake Billy Chinook, which is a huge driver for the Jefferson County area. A massive lake that's fed by the Deschutes and the Metolius River. It's super fun. It has a lot of little like areas that branch off, so you can pretty much get lost on this lake. Their home price average is around $340,000. Homes are sitting on the market for an average of around 22 days, excuse me. And they do have 3 months worth of inventory available as well. And that is new construction, I think mainly in Culver, which is really cool. Culver is probably one of my favorite towns. It's tiny. She's tiny, but and in Madras, there's a lot of new construction there as well. And then we'll end off like I always do with Crook County, which is the Prineville area. Their average home price, which I've said it again in videos before, but if you haven't watched my videos before, you should head back, watch my videos. They have stayed the most steady through the dip. And their average home price right now is $413,000, so they have stayed in that arena. Homes are sitting for an average of around 23 days, and they do have 3 months worth of inventory available right now. And their mixture is a lot of homes on a little bit more land than you're typically used to, like in the Redmond area. So a lot of what we've been looking at is like a half an acre or higher, older homes. Some that have been updated, some that have not, that need a lot of love. And then they do have some great new construction home site areas available right now as well. So there's our market update for Central Oregon for April of 2023.